Hello everyone. I am happy that ET Travel World has chosen the changing face of travel as the core theme of this virtual travel summit. This event will be certainly help travel and tourism industry to draw up plans and strategies to overcome the crippling blow dealt by COVID-19 pandemic across the globe. Let me at the outset congratulate ET Travel World.com, a B2B travel digital magazine from Economic Times, Times of India Group, on organizing this conclave at a most critical time. The summit includes web panel sessions, presentations by top industry figures, and fireside chats. I am sure the ideas and suggestions generated by the event will help tourism and travel industry in the country to bounce back from the unprecedented crisis it has been passing through for nearly a year. Let me express my sincere thanks for inviting to be part of this important meet and share my thoughts on the unfolding scenario. A globally renowned brand, Kerala Tourism, is no exception to the global downtown. However, a silver lining is that various states of the country have started reopening tourism destinations showing signs of recovery. Kerala has also reopened its tourist centers. From October 10, the state started receiving guests in most destinations. Further, from November 1st, all the destinations in the state have been open for tourists. This has resulted in a consistent uptick in footfalls. With restrictions relaxed, we are hoping the tourist season that coincides with the year end and the new year will pick up. There is a lot of fatigue in people's minds due to quarantines, lockdowns, isolation, and work from home schedules imposed by the pandemic. So people will be looking forward to come out of homes and re-energize themselves in the season ahead. At the same time, people are also concerned about their safety. Kerala has been strong safety measures and been following the standard operating procedures put in place by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, for hotels, accommodation units, resorts, and transport operators. These steps will considerably boost confidence of tourists to visit the state. Backed by these confidence-building measures, Kerala Tourism has added more products to its attractive bucket. Bailey Miniature Train in the state capital, flagged off recently, is attracting thousands every day. Similarly, Vellar Craft Village near Kovalam Beach will be opened on 17th December by Honorable Chief Minister Sri Pinarayi Vijayan. Shangamugam, Kovalam and Varkala beaches, Akulam Tourist Village, and various destinations across the state are being renovated. Around 40 new destinations which have been beautified recently are inviting tourists. These include Sound and Light Show at Bekal, River Cruise Tourism in Malabar, Heritage Tourism projects in Thalassery, Muziris and Alappuzha. Given these new products, we believe there will be an upsurge in arrival of tourists to Kerala to experience its grandeur in all its manifestations. It may be noted that Kerala tourism had demonstrated tremendous resilience in tiding over many and adverse circumstances in the past, like the rampaging deluge in 2018. This has been achieved largely due to a robust government-industry partnership. A key objective of the summit is to leverage the potential of domestic tourism, focusing on the Atmanirbhar concept. This calls for increased cooperation and coordination among all states by formulating mutually beneficial policies and strategies. Last year, we hosted a conclave of state tourism ministers at Kovalam. The meet came out with a resolution on the need to rationalize taxes and tariffs by striving to evolve a consensus among all states. As we are emerging out of the pandemic, induced crisis. Such an approach assumes greater significance. I am sure the participants in the meet will give due consideration to issues like this. Thank you once again, and I wish all success to the summit. Thank you.